And being a high performer doesn't mean burning out in other areas of life, burning the candles on both ends so that you can win in business or something. That's not what being a high performer is. Being a high performer is performing above standard norms over a long time without sacrificing your well-being and your relationships. So, sis, bro, if you're going to have time to sleep 7 to 8 hours a day, if you're going to have time to nurture your body, eat well, exercise, hydrate, stretch, meditate, pray, read a book, take a walk, all the things that refresh you. If you're going to have time to do that, and then you need to have time to work on your business, and maybe if you still have a 9 to 5, you need to show up and be on your A game there. And then you're probably not just an individual, an island in this world. You probably have family members. Maybe you're married, you have your spouse, maybe you have children. And if you don't have any of those, you probably have siblings or cousins or your parents, and you want to be there. You have friends, you want to spend time with them. Come on. Let us be realistic, especially in this our modern world, DIY world, where you do everything yourself, of which that is another episode I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about valuing time over money. Another topic for another day. But before I digress, back to this, if you're going to have time, you all to do all of these things, and you want to succeed in this business that you're building, or your side hustle, because you're tired of this 9 to 5 life, well, you're going to have to get super duper realistic and giving yourself time to rest on your, even on your calendar. Like sometimes I actually have to block out time. Okay, Wednesday evening from 6 p.m., I'm doing nothing. I am going to rest. I'm not even going to watch TV. I'm just going to be. I might read a book, but I'm not going to do anything that is going to get me overstimulated. If you're going to do all of that, you need time. You can't expect to start something new while you're doing your 9 to 5, or you're taking care of yourself or your family, and just boom, right out the park. You just excel like that. Come on. And you also need to give time to learn, to make mistakes, get back up again and do it again and try it a better way. So that's the first one. The second thing that I wish I could go back to tell myself is this. I wish I could go back to tell myself, Kepo, build your financial safety net well now. Build a solid foundation before you go taking bigger financial risks. For a long time, and I'm being super transparent here. Not that I wasn't transparent before, but for a long time, you all, instead of just having that safety net where, I'm just putting money aside every month and I'm not looking at it, it's like a long term, financial portfolio is just growing and I'm not even touching it. And it's just compounding for me year on year. Instead of doing that, I will take my hard earned money, huge lump sum, and then go invest it in some, sexy, fancy real estate investment business idea, whatever. Don't get me wrong. Real estate is awesome if you know what you're doing. Real estate can also really mess you up if you don't know what you're doing. And I fell in the latter group. I lost within 1 year, I lost to the tune of about $70,000, you all, that I could have put aside. My seed money that I could have put aside and invested it wisely in capital markets, maybe money lending or something more stable. Yeah, it will have a lower rate of return, but it will be stable and it will just be there as my safety net. Why? Because When you now that I've like, when I now got to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, I am actually really tired of this 9 to 5 life. I am so sick and tired of it. And I feel like I've overstayed my welcome in that world. But guess what? You got to keep working because you know how it goes. Got to pay the bills. I want to continue to afford my lifestyle. Where is that money going to come from? If I don't, but if I had a good safety net, don't get me wrong, I always had savings, emergency savings, but there's emergency savings is there for an emergency. It's not something that you bring, that you take out of to pay your rent or to pay your regular bills. That's not what emergency savings are for. But because I didn't have something already there for me over the years, I was stuck. I had to just continue working. And I'm like, okay, now I have a goal for the money that I'm earning now. I'm not just going to take another stupid lump sum. I'm going to invest in something that I don't know much about, or I haven't really studied it, or I partner with the wrong people or whatever. I'm going to just do what is safe because that is the solid foundation. So that if I found myself in a situation where, you know what, I don't want to do this job anymore, I want to go focus on my own thing. Guess what? I have something that I've already set aside to sustain me for months, years, till I build up my own thing. Imagine having that kind of freedom. And I know if you're listening to me now, you're probably thinking, okay, Kepo, like I'm also in your shoes and I don't know what age you are. Maybe you're in your mid-30s, mid-40s. It's never too late to start. The best time that you could have done this and have a safety net for yourself so that you have the freedom to do what you want to do and not have to work because you need money. It's not too late to start that now because now you know better. Actually, I highly recommend this book, Start Late, Finish Rich. I've forgotten the name of the author now. I'll put it up for you all. But it's really, really good. Some of you might even be in debt. For me, luckily for me, for the most part of my life, I haven't been in debt. I'll tell you a story about that one very soon. But you might be in debt and you need to learn how to save up for your future, but also pay off your debt at the same time. When you have all these things, this financial noise in your head, and then you're now trying to start a business or whatever, sometimes it becomes a distraction. Sometimes you then end up using all your energy to do all this work, toil and toil to pay the bills, and you lose all your creative juices to actually create a business, create a side hustle, create, brainstorm another stream of income that can start bringing, steady, maybe passive or active income for you. Do you understand why it is so important? Like why I wish, oh my gosh, I wish I could go back and just tell myself way back then, 10 years ago, Kepo, take it slow. Tranquila. Relax, calm down, sis. Whatever is meant for you will come for you. Don't try to rush it. Pace yourself. Build a solid financial foundation so that you don't have the economic stress in your brain when you're actually trying to build something and make something of your life. But let's get realistic, y'all. I know most of the people that are probably listening to this, you are probably in that bucket where you're not in the position to actually stop working because you need to pay your rent and you need to buy food and you just need to live life.